Hey everybody, Honest Dad here. Gonna do another one of our Bathrobe Conversations videos. And today we're gonna talk about after school activities, extracurricular activities, plus ones for these kiddos that are running around out there. We're gonna take a very different look on it. Basically talk about the tyranny of after school activities, the tyranny of the modern system, the highly corporatized system that basically has parents, especially dads, running around, running themselves ragged, um, running moms ragged, just taking these kids from activity to activity for not just marginal goals, but mainly just to boost corporate profits. So obviously, the vast majority of parents, definitely not all parents, but the vast majority of parents are very interested in developing their children's academic abilities, their sports abilities, generally making them better kiddos and giving them a better crack at success or happiness in the future. There's a million after school and extracurricular activities. There's drama, there's pottery, there's language, there's tennis, there's archery, pickleball, gymnastics, swimming, there's math, there's Kumon, there's Chinese Learning Center, there's piano, there's guitar, there's French lessons, there's snowboarding lessons, there's coding camp, there's chess, there's science, there's cooking. The list is absolutely bewilderingly endless. And usually, what will happen is a parent will sign up their kid for lots of activities. Probably about half the activities are ones that the kids want to do, and the other half are ones that the parents want the kids to do. Some parents will be a little more stringent on that and put their kids in 100% of what they want. But it doesn't really matter. It's like the split doesn't matter, whether it's doing the activities the kids want or what the parents want. The split really doesn't matter because for the large part, all this is doing is just aggravating and overextending parents and again creating very nominal gains for the students. So let me break it down. So for example, today, up at 5:30, took my kids to orchestra, then they had school, then picked them up, had to rush them over to the first session of drama that they went to, barely made it with 1 minute to spare under optimal conditions, no traffic, etc. Then take them to the second aspect of drama. Not enough time to go home, so I spent an hour at a dive pizzeria. Not a good experience, not good pizza, not good atmosphere. Only so well that the New York pizza experience can be conducted by Venezuelan migrants and working in the kitchen because that's the only one that will people that will work in the service industry where I live. Picked up the kids, took them to something else, and then took them home. I am totally spent, as you can see. The kids are totally spent. And what did we gain, right? Not much. Neither of my kids are going to be great actors or actresses. They're not going to be concert pianists. They're not going to be good in orchestra. They just got basically the experience. And just hold on to that idea of the experience. Because in the end, that's really all aftercare is doing, is it's giving the kids good experiences. And that's all really parents want to hear. They want their kid to come back and say, I had a great time at X. I had a great time at doing pickleball or basketball. Very few parents want to actually see linear results. They understand that if they send their kid to snowboarding, that kid is not going to be winning the X Games. And if they send that kid to piano, they understand that child is not really going to make a living as a concert pianist. They just want the child to come home and say, hey, mom, dad, or two moms or two dads or whatever you got, came home and said, hey, I had a great experience. But is that really beneficial? Is that really beneficial to these parents that are running around back and forth, crisscrossing, their cities, rushing to get their kids to these different after school activities? I would say no. I mean, the aggravation is out of this world. And not only that, but it just exhausts you. It energetically exhausts you. It takes years off your life. But why is this happening, though? So When I was growing up, there were after school activities, but it was at rec centers. Maybe a few churches had them, and then the school itself would run a few. But that was it. There really weren't after school companies. There weren't companies that focused on, say, teaching after school coding to children. Well, in the last really 20 years, there's been this insane proliferation of after school providers and before school providers. And the reason for that is twofold. Is there have been some very large corporations that have gotten into this space. But really what it is it's basically tiger parents or tiger entrepreneurs who one day they got a great idea, like I'm going to create a coding boot camp. I'm going to create a chess program. I'm going to create a drama program. I'm going to create a pickleball program. This is great. Let's go get debt financing, mortgage my house, my Ferrari, whatever. Okay, great. We got it. Let's hire a few basic office workers to staff the thing. Let's outsource that to, office temp workers in Panama, in Central America, etc., who can do this remotely. Let's hire a few high school kids or, basically just part-time workers to be our workforce. But mainly I'm going to run it myself. And I'm gonna flip it around and try to build it up and make good business out of it. Now, what I will say is that every single one of these people, these small business people, are the most proactive, can do, let's get it, gung ho people I've ever met. I mean, they are the type of people that are up at 3 a.m. in the morning in a snowstorm to run around the block 10 times before making an organic breakfast, before going to work at their first job for 10 hours, then running their after school company for 3 hours, coming home, going for another run around the block, doing 10 laps around the block, and then staying up to 2 a.m., writing correspondence to their cousin in Atlanta or whatever. They are just highly active, highly functional people. And what I keep stressing whenever I talk about highly active, highly functional people is like, that's great. But you can't have an entire society of those people. The vast majority of people are not like that. They cannot get up and run around, and do these crazy things. But the people that run these after school programs are like that. And then they get into the sales mentality. But here's the kicker is that in the end, the person that can sell to a tiger parent or a proactive parent the best is another tiger parent or another proactive parent. So these people, these folks, they are really good at convincing other tiger parents that children need these after school programs. And then once they have them, well, there's level 1, there's level 2, there's level 3, right? If you're taking my basic pickleball course, now take my advanced, my intermediate, now take my advanced. They're just trying to sell a product. They're trying to sell a service. They are trying to make money. And they are able to mask that sales approach within the cornucopia of being a good parent. So the tiger parent sees this and says, oh, I need to sign up my kid for the basic drama. No, I need to sign up for the intermediate. I need to sign up for the advanced. Because if I don't, I am a bad parent. And that's the tyranny. That's the tyranny of after school activities. Now, can we challenge that? No, we cannot. Now, the reason we can't challenge that is for the exact reason that it's selling so well. Because if we challenge it, we are challenging the social stereotype that you are a bad parent if you do not go, to the wall, running a million miles an hour at all times for the benefit of your child. And that stereotype is not going to go away because that stereotype is backed by very powerful people. It's backed by the matriarchy. It's backed by tiger moms, basically the soccer moms crowd, which is the most powerful group in this country by far. It's supported by a lot of people in the media. It's supported by people in different political parties as well. It's just something that's never going to be changed. You can maybe change it for yourself if you are capable of weathering the social shunning that you will get for not putting your children in a crazily high amount of after school activities. But good luck trying. I like to keep it real in this channel and just being super real. This is just one of those things that is just never going to get better. It's just going to get worse. Parents are going to continue to just run themselves ragged, getting their kids to after schools.